Shalom family, this is Grammy Yah once again. Today you guys, I am doing a test. Usually I do a test behind the scenes and then I bring you the great product after I do the test. But today I'm going to do this test in front of you guys, so we're going to all get the benefit of it right now, okay? Today I am going to recan some pinto beans, okay? Like I said in the other video, you want to clean off the tops of your can because they're sitting in the warehouse and you get dust, and some warehouse have mice running on top of it. So clean the tops of your cans, you guys. And what I also did was, let me bring you around. I also dumped out my beans and I rinsed them off. I just rinsed them off in cold water, okay? That's what I usually do with my canned foods, the ones that I can rinse, okay? So when I am canning pinto beans, let me show you a pinto bean. I never pre-cook my pinto beans, okay? You see how little that is? And here's the pinto bean that's already been processed in that can, okay? See how small that is? And they're already soft. So the test today is to see if those beans going to come out mushy. Because a viewer did ask me if the beans come out mushy, and I couldn't tell her because I've never recanned beans before. My beans that I usually can dry. I just wash them off, put them in a jar, and can them. But since we are, it's a fruit fly here, and since we are recanning beans that's already been processed, we will see. So I have my beans all washed, and yeah, whatever was on the beans, I just wash it off because I want to add my own seasonings and everything, okay? And today I will be using some onion powder, garlic powder, some Himalayan sea salt, a little bit of smoked paprika, and some beef broth. I'm still on the fence about the liquid smoke. Only because the liquid smoke give you the illusion like you got meat in your beans. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I got some fresh onions that I cut up in little pieces, okay? And what you would need a cup, okay? I am working with pint-sized jars. With pint-sized jars, family, and you're canning beans, usually you would use a half a cup, okay? But since these beans already been processed, I'm gonna use a whole cup, okay? Only because they've been processed. And you would need, like I said, the 1 cup measuring spoon. You would need the half a teaspoon, and you would need your jar lifter, your debubbler, and a funnel, and your vinegar and paper towel to wipe off your rims. Okay, so let's get started. I will fill 2 of these pint-sized jars today in front of you guys. All right. Let me bring my beans over. Make me some room. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna take a cup of these beans, you guys. Like I said, they already soft, they already been processed, but I am going to use a cup. And the reason why I am recanning these beans because these have expired only a couple of months. But even if your beans are not expired and you catch a good deal on them. This is too big for me and my husband, a family of 2. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking it down to where we can enjoy it in the little family size, okay? So yeah, so I'm using 1 cup, you guys. And I have some onions. I'm just gonna throw probably about a tablespoon of onions in each jar. And a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, but when it comes to the salt, I'm going to add just a half a teaspoon because I'm working with pint-sized jars, okay? And I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Okay? So worst case, I'm not going to use the liquid smoke. Worst case scenario, family, is that the beans come out really mushy, but that would be okay because it will make some delicious bean soup. Okay? So all is not lost if they come out mushy. But at the end, I will pop open a jar and test it in front of you, okay? So now I am going to add my beef broth. And I'm gonna fill up to halfway with my beef broth, you guys. Just halfway. Beef broth, any kind of beef broth will work. And then I'm going to fill up the remainder to the 1-inch headspace with just water. And today I am working with everything room temperature, okay? So now you just take your debubbler and just get the bubbles out, you guys, because we want all the air bubbles out. And by doing this also, all the seasonings are getting all the way through, okay? Yes, this is a test, but we will test this, you guys. All right, and now I'm just gonna take my vinegar and wipe around my rims to make sure that there is no seasonings or any beans or anything. And when you are wiping around your rims, you guys, just check to make sure there is no nicks or no cracks, okay? So I'm gonna put my lid on both of them. And my rings, fingertip tight. My rings, fingertip tight. And that's it. So I'm gonna fill up the rest of these jars and I will see you at the canner. I know I said I was gonna bring you guys back at the canner, but I wanted to show you how I wash these beans. The reason why I wash these beans, because they already have the starch on them. And so I just go through and just rinse the extra starch off. That's it. So I can start with my own seasonings. That's it. Just go through and just rinse off that extra starch. I am done filling up my jars. I am working with a Presto 23-quart canner, you guys. I was able to get 18 pint-sized jars, you guys. And I've already loaded 9 in the bottom. And now I have to use my rack. You can find this rack anywhere. I've found this on Amazon. I will leave the link in the description box if you need a rack, a divider. So I have 9 here, and with this divider, I'm able to load 9 more, okay? Okay, I have 18 pint-sized jars in this canner, you guys. So with 2 of the number 10 cans gave me 18 pint-sized jars, okay? So if you have a Presto 23-quart canner, you want to make sure your pressure gauge is tight. You want to make sure that you're able to see straight through this vent pipe. You want to make sure that your rubber gasket is up in there good, you guys. And also, you want to make sure this goes up and down. And then you want to hold it. We want to hold this and make sure that you cannot turn it, because if it's loose, your canner will not come up to pressure. And that's from experience. And I'm going to use some vinegar, maybe like 2 tablespoons of vinegar if you have hard water like I do. And we're just going to put this lid on, and I'm going to close it up. And you have to just make sure that your canner is in the middle of your eye. Now I will turn my heat on high. Everything is room temperature. My beans room temperature, my water room temperature, and my broth is room temperature, you guys, okay? So now I need for this to come up to pressure. Once this vent pipe right here starts shooting steam steady, I will put on my weight regulator. I will bring you back once this starts to shoot steam steady for 10 minutes. Oh man, you guys, your girl made a huge mistake. You guys, I have jars cracking in my canner, and I was trying to figure out why, but it dawned on me. I ran out of my beef broth, the ones that was sitting on the counter, and I remember I had some in the car, and I went to my car, and my car has been sitting in the heat, and I know it has to be at least 90 degrees or more. So that beef broth that I took out of my car, you guys, was hot. So I added that hot beef broth to my cold jars. That's why my jars are cracking. So I just had to come to you guys to let you guys know that I made a mistake, and you can learn from it. So make sure everything is room temperature, you guys. And I don't want to hide anything from you guys. I'll let you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. This vent pipe has been shooting steam steady for 10 minutes. Put my weight regulator on. You see my button there has popped up. That means my canner is locked. I cannot open that canner if I wanted to. Okay, now for my elevation, I have to wait until it comes up to 10 pounds of pressure. It has to come up to 10 for me. If you do not know your elevation, just Google it. All right, family, I have reached 10 pounds of pressure. I will now set my timer for 75 minutes. Yes, 75 minutes. We have to treat these beans just like they've been processed for the first time, just like dry beans, you guys. And the reason why, because we want to make sure that all the bacterial spores are killed. Okay, so once this gets processed for 75 minutes, my button right there will drop to let me know that my canner is safe to open. It's okay if your gauge go between 10 and 11. Did you just hear that pop? The jars are still breaking. Okay, it's okay to let your canner go between 10 and 11. Just don't let it fall below 10. This is a moment that I am not looking forward to. I don't know what's going on in here. But anyway, let's stay focused. All right, take off our weight regulator. My button has dropped. My canner been sitting here for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So what I'm going to do, I will unscrew it. I'm not looking forward to seeing what's in there. And I'm going to lift my lid up away from me, and I'm going to let it back down. Those beans smell so good. Remember, you guys, this is still a test, and we're still going to test the beans if we have any that's not broken, okay? So now I am going to take this lid off away from me, and I'm going to take it to the sink. All right, let's see what we have. That's good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Look at these, you guys. They look delicious, but we're going to try them. So let me finish taking out these jars, and I'll come back to let you know how many are broken. All right, fam, here we go. I don't know if you heard that pop, but they are sealing. But you guys, I lost 5 of them. I thought it was more because I just kept hearing pop, 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 break, break, break. So I'm still good. So the only thing about it is now they are filthy and I can't really do anything with the tops right now. Y'all hear that pop? They are sealing. But I can't really do anything to them right now because I'm going to have to let them cool off. Music to my ears. I'm going to have to let them cool off so I can wash them in the morning. But this is our test, you guys. So once it cool off just a little bit, we're going to taste it to see if we have mush, if we have soup, or whatever. I was correct. You see the jar? When the bottom of the jar break, this is called thermal shock. And it means that you put cold product into hot jars or hot product into cold jars. This is called thermal shock. Okay? So what I did, I took my lid off. I washed my lids. I'm going to keep my lids, but I will not pressure can with those lids anymore or water bath can. I will use them for dry goods. Okay? So here we go. I put an gold ring around this one because I wanted to make sure I knew which one that I would be testing because I put an old lid on it. And I knew it wasn't going to seal because it's an old lid. And see, and this is another reason why you don't use lids, okay? So everything else sealed. It's just the tops are filthy. So here we go. This is still hot, you guys, but this is our test. Let's see what we have. It looks good. It really do look good. Before I test it, you guys, I think, oh, this is hot. I think I probably would, no, I was going to say I would add more beans, but I think that heaping cup of beans was right on time. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we have. Ooh, they smell so good, you guys. And I'm going to bring this up to you because they're really not as mushy as I thought it would be. Now, this is a subscribable moment, you guys. So if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscription button, like and share. And thank you if you are new. Here we go. They don't look bad. And I'm putting this hot stuff in my mouth for you. You guys, it's not mushy. Oh, it has a great flavor. It is not mushy at all. So, if you have the number 10 cans, you can do this. They're not mushy. They are delicious. They have great flavor. So, this is a winner, you guys. This is definitely a winner. I do this for you guys. I test for you guys. I don't listen to other people say it's going to be mushy. We're going to test it ourselves. We can do this. I will be doing this again. I have some great northerns. I'm going to do it again. You guys, thank you for watching and being patient with me and just following me. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Y'all know I do. But guess what? I love the Most High more. Shalom.